I'm gonna put money on the fact that you probably said that 2024 was gonna be your year, that you would lock in, that you would achieve your goals, and maybe you started in 2024. Maybe you said that about November, about December, and guess what? You're probably saying 2025 is gonna be my year. In 2025, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna achieve all these things. Well, guess what? It does not change anything, right? A lot of people think that new year it's going to be the new me. And as humans, right, we're wired to think that the new year, the new cycle, the new opportunities, that's kind of how we're programmed from an early age, right? The new year's resolutions, the all these things and all these kind of thoughts that people have about being able to become someone else. They can become someone else and you can become someone else. The problem is a lap around the sun is not going to turn you into a different person. Trust me, just because the earth did a full spin around the sun, it doesn't mean you're a better person. It doesn't mean you're a new person. It doesn't mean out of nowhere your habits are going to change, right? And guess what? You're going to believe this lie. You're going to make the same mistakes and you're going to ask yourself, hey, why am I making the same mistakes? This is not for me. I keep over trading. I keep going on tilt. But it does not have to be this way. The problem is, you know what you're doing wrong. You understand what's happening. You know you're over trading. You're not a dumb person, right? You know you're over risking. You're not stupid, right? There's a reason why you're able to understand those things. You understand what your mistakes are. The problem is you don't have the will and you don't have the discipline to actually change those things, right? Because if you actually wanted it bad enough, you would have already done it. Now, maybe you do want it bad enough, but you don't know how to do it. There's a simple way to actually figure this out. First, you need to kind of figure out where it all stems from, right? Why are you over trading? Are you over trading because you want the money quick? Are you over trading because you want something else, because you need to get somewhere in a rush, right? For some reason, a lot of traders think that trading is a race that has a time limit on it. Like, I need to become profitable in 1 year. I need to become profitable in 4 months. Guess what? If you treat it this way, you're not going to get anywhere. And I know this from firsthand experience because my first 2 years in trading, I rushed to get funded. I rushed to make money. And I ended up burning over 37 accounts and not having a single cent of profit to attest for it. I felt extremely stupid. So first understand that you can't put a rush on this, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, I want to be funded by the end of quarter 1. I want to get 10K in payouts by the end of April. Yeah, that's a good goal, right? The problem is they're like, okay, I want to get 10K by the end of April. And that's it. That's their plan. That's their goal. That's their whole New Year's resolution. That's their New Year, New Me. They're hyping themselves up in the playlist. They have their DuPont registry supercars written down. They know the dream apartment they're going to move into when they do it. But there's nothing to back that up. There's no substance to it. What you need to do is, yes, have deadlines. They're important because, you put some pressure on yourself, some good pressure. But don't steal those deadlines. Like, the closer it is, the more I have to respect. No, have a deadline, but have a plan for the deadline and make sure it's achievable, right? Let's say you've never gotten funded before. Okay, well, right now it is the first week of January. I want to get funded by the end of February. Okay, well, what profit percentage do you need to make? Okay, I need to make 6%. But instead of being like, if I make 1% a week for 6 weeks in a row, then that's not going to happen. How much are you able to lose, right? And kind of see it in the way of a loss, right? Okay, the most I'm willing to lose this week is 0.5%. And then just trade, because the only thing you're going to be able to control in the markets is your loss. So trade with your loss in mind. And hey, if you have a good week, you're going to make profit, but don't focus on how much profit you made and have whatnot, right? My point with this is get your goal, break it down into what exactly needs to happen, but more importantly, what can you not afford to lose, right? Can you afford to go on tilt? No. So then if you're constantly, before trading every single morning, you're reviewing your goal, you're reviewing what you want to do, you're going to understand that, hey, if you break this rule, your goal is done for, right? It's just not going to happen. And it's going to come down to you to be, how bad do you want it? There's no secret formula. There's no secret thing that you're going to do. There's no magic nugget that I'm going to shoot at you that you're magically going to become profitable. It's about man up, grow a pair, and tell yourself, are you actually willing to become professional, to become disciplined, right? The problem is people have these goals and then they treat trading like a hobby. They wake up, they'll put on a shirt occasionally, they'll drink something, and then immediately they go to the charts. No preparation. They don't look at their plan. They don't look at their rules. They don't look at their negotiables, their non-negotiables, nothing. And then they expect to make a Wall Street type profit and they want to be the guy that makes 100K in a day, when in reality they have a process which is not even going to make them a single dollar. So your focus should be on the process, not in the outcome. And again, it goes back to the same thing. Don't time Don't put a time on your goals, right? If you're like, oh, I want to get this result by this time, that's cool. And that's like, it's good they have this goal, right? You need to pursue those things. You need to pursue those milestones. The problem is you're focusing on the wrong things. You need to be focusing on the input that you're going to put in to get to those goals, right? Because if I'm focusing, hey, between today and March, right? I want to follow my plan every day. I want to manage my risk every day. I want to not go on tilt any day. I want to take a loss to the chin and move on. If you focus on those things, trust me, because it was how it happened to me, you're going to get to those goals way quicker. The problem is people don't want to do the process and they want to get the result. Again, the only way to get high quality output is to put in high quality input. So focus on getting that high quality input in, right? Focus on, hey, worst case scenario, I took a loss for the day and I'm done. The only thing you're going to be able to control is your input, your risk, right? The only thing you actually control in markets is how much you lose. You don't control how much you make. You don't control what setups you get. You only control how much you lose because you control what trades you take and with how much risk. So make sure to control the only variable. Now, once you're focusing on your input, your next step should be, how can I actually, scale my input? Okay, well, maybe stack more accounts. Maybe make sure to understand the different drawdown rules, right? If I'm trading with Apex, maybe get the 50Ks and stack them because of the 5% drawdown instead of getting the huge account to feed my ego. Hey, if I'm trading with Funded Futures Network, let me make sure that I'm adhering to the rules so I can get to those daily withdrawals. If I'm trading a personal account, let me make sure that I'm risking consistently and that I have data that tells me how much should I be risking, right? And it's as simple as journaling. Get your average risk-reward ratio, get your win rate, plug it into ChatGPT and ask it, over 100 trades risking X amount per trade, how profitable am I? And then kind of adjust it as you go. So to end this video for you guys, I just want you to have a plan, have your goals and have them up high. Make them ridiculous goals, almost unattainable. However, only make them this way if you're able to create a plan for them. Because once you create this crazy goal, I mean, at least for me this year, it's going to be $1 million in trading profits, right? How do I plan to achieve this? Okay, I need to be making around $100,000 per month, a bit more, of course, to account for taxes and whatnot. Okay, so then if I need to make 100K, then I need to be averaging 25K a week. That's a super unrealistic scenario, right? Why? Because you're not going to have perfect weeks. That's the average way a person will break down the goal. At least for me, hey, I want to grab my data. Okay, with a 50% win rate, with an X risk reward, I want to make sure that I'm taking at least 10 quality trades a month. Because if I can do that according to my data with X amount of risk, right? Let's say that I'm risking, what do you want to say, $10,000 per trade. Okay, if I'm risking $8,000 to $10,000 per trade, of course, across stacked funded accounts and of my personal account, if I'm risking this much and I plug into my data, then as long as I stick to the rules, the math should play it out. Of course, there's going to be good months, there's going to be bad months, but again, you can't focus on a single week or a single month. You need to average out the entire year. After this long, I should be able to get to this profit goal. So I have my huge goal, right? 10x rule. I have my massive goal, super crazy goal. But then I have my plan on how to break it down. And most importantly, I have an actionable input that I can put in every single day at 100% at my best performance with my best discipline to be able to get to that output. So now I want to ask you guys, what's going to be your input for the output you want? And now, if you also want to learn how I trade, watch me trade live. I'm not here to sell you anything. Just click the link below and join the free online trading floor. Again, you get to watch me trade live. You get my full strategy for free. I'm not here to sell you some cheap $200 a month course. I want to make sure I give you guys value. And if you actually want to scale your trading more profitably, then click the link under that to see if we can work together and actually take you to those goals by cutting your learning curve and implementing the right trading systems. Fill the application below. Again, worst case scenario, you get into the free trading floor. Watch me trade live, get crazy discounts, and get free education. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you want. Take care. See you in the next one.